Folks, Bob Marley strikes again, and yeah, she has absolutely lost her mind. She is a cuckoo. And this one's very interesting because she, in this clip, is talking about Floridians. Yes, and what happened with the hurricane. And apparently, she's about to tell us that communities of color are the most impacted by all of this. Now, I just want to know how in the world that's the case. Like, does the hurricane actually say, oh, you folks are black, so we're going to attack you first. You folks are white. You got privilege, so we're not going to mess with you. Folks, this is crazy. This is racist. And Bob Marley has absolutely lost her mind. Let's get into the discussion here. It starts with her crazy talk. Here we go.
It is our lowest income communities and our communities of color that are most...
Oh, sorry, I erred. Lowest income communities and communities of color. Oh, yeah, let's associate low income with black, right? That's always what you're supposed to do, just like her boss, Flashbang, who basically talked about the fact poor and black, not like white kids, right? Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's continue on with this one. All of you social justice warriors, pay attention to what Bob Marley is telling us.
Impacted by these extreme conditions and impacted by issues that are not of their own making. And so women. Absolutely. And so we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity.
Giving resources based on equity. We fight for equality, but we have to give resources based on equity. In other words, we want to make sure that all men are created equal, but we're going to elevate some men because of intersectionality, which basically means immutable characteristics like I'm black, you're white, so I get more favor because I'm a different color than you. Oh yeah, she's lost her mind. And that's exactly how you want to deal with disaster and emergency situations, right? By the way, it is interesting because I probably should point this out. Her own administrator of FEMA actually has contradicted her, right? FEMA director Deanne Criswell was actually asked about what the vice president had said. And you know what she says? She says, she or he, I don't remember. Anyway, we're going to support all communities. That's right. And then he goes on to say, I committed that to the governor. I commit to you right here that all Floridians are going to be able to get help that is available to them through our programs. Very interesting. By the way, I know she's a she. I'm just messing around. It's a little bit of my dry humor. I don't know what she's declared, so maybe she's a he. I don't know. But the reality of it is, even she is in contradiction with what Bob Marley has actually had to say. Why? Because it is absolutely cuckoo. It doesn't make sense. I want you to pay attention to how people react at the very end of what she has to say, because this speaks volume. Take a listen.
Understanding not everyone starts out at the same place. And if we want people to be in an equal place, sometimes we have to take into account those disparities and do that work.
Yeah, they're clapping for her because they're all brainwashed. It's a completely crazy thing to say. So because I started off in a disadvantaged place, that means there is no possibility that I can make myself better and become greater in the greatest country in the world. So being the racist that I am, I'm going to lower the standards for you because you're too stupid as a result of being in a disadvantaged position. Folks, this is the world that we're living in. It is not Christ-centered. It is not God-centered. It is Antichrist-centered. This is the spirit of Antichrist, and it's time we wake up. Enough is enough. It's time to start standing up for those in disadvantaged positions. That is all of us who have sinful natures, who need a God to save us from that place, to look to him and to be excellent. That's what it's all about, folks. Nice try, Bob Marley.